Good morning, class. I hope everyone is doing really well today. So this is multiplication lesson 4, and we're actually going to focus on 3 different multiplication numbers. So we're going to look at multiplying by 10, multiplying by 1, and multiplying by 0. So the 3 of them are actually pretty easy peasy. They just require kind of a trick and some practice. So we're going to do that today. So step 1 is to watch this video. Step 2 is to complete the assignment. Pretty straightforward. I think you guys are doing amazing on multiplication so far. I'm very proud, and it's something you're going to be using next year. So hopefully you'll be nice and ready for it. If you are in grade 2, you can give this a try. If not, you can do the IXL, which I will highlight the ones to do, which would be multiplied by 10, 1, and 0. You just have to let me know which section you did just like before. 1 multiplying by 0. But if you are in grade 3, or if you'd like a challenge and you're in grade 2, I'd like you to complete the assignment. But either way, I'd love you to watch this video. That's your job right now. So excellent. I'm just going to present this. Wonderful. So multiplying by 10, we're going to start with. So there are 10 candles in each box. So pretend someone you knew was having a really big birthday. You need to buy some candles. And each box only had 10. So you needed to know how many candles you needed. So if there are 10 candles in each box, Shireen bought 4 boxes. How many candles did Shireen buy? So let's pretend her mom's turning 35. Okay. So what you can do is you could skip count. We could go 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10. So 10, 20, 30, 40, right? So if she was turning 35 and you had 40 candles, do you have enough? Yeah, you do. You actually have 5 more than you need. But you couldn't buy just 3 boxes, or you'd only have 30 candles, and that wouldn't be enough. So multiplication is actually a really good way when you want to buy groups of things and you want to find out how many you have in total. So you would write the multiplication sentence as 4 times 10. You can think of 4 groups of 10 equals 40. Or you can think of it as when you look at 4 times 10, you can add a 0 to the other number. So that's the strategy that I'm going to talk to you about. When you multiply something by 10, you actually add a 0 to the end of the other number, and it will, this keeps moving, and that would be your answer. 4 times 10 equals 40. So if we move 0 over here, it'd be 40. So that's just a strategy. All right, so there are 6 packages of balloons. There are 10 balloons in each package. How many balloons are there? So maybe you want to have a party and there's a certain number of balloons you need to get. So here, think 6 packages of balloons is 6 groups of 10, or 6 multiplied by 10. Here are 3 ways to multiply by 10. So the first way is to use base 10 blocks. So if you have base 10 blocks, you can count them. You can go 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. You would write the multiplication sentence as, sorry, I can't get that to move. 6 times 10 equals 60. I don't know why this thing keeps moving on its own. That's so weird. Or you can use a strategy number 3. So anything times 10, you add a 0 to the end of the other number. So 6 times 10, you can think 6 add a 0 equals 60. 6 groups of 10 equals 60. I think that's a pretty easy way, but it's always good to check your work. So if you even want to try more than one and then double check with the 10 strategy, that works too. There's another way you can skip count on a number line. You can go 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. So each time you're adding 10, and because there's 6 boxes, 1 box, 2 box, 3 box, 4 box, 5 box, 6 box, and here we have 60 balloons. So you start at 0, count on by 10 6 times, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. The multiplication sentence, again, is 6 groups of 10 equals 60, or 6 times 10 equals 60. Another thing to look at is you can use patterns and place value. So 1 times 10 equals 10, 2 times 10 equals 20, 3 times 10 equals 30, 4 times 10 equals 40, 5 times 10 equals 50, 6 times 10 equals 60, and so forth. So do you notice that the ones column actually stays the same? They are all 0. However, the tens column goes up by 1 each time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the number multiplied by 10 is the same as the tens digit of the product. The ones digit of the product stays 0. So that's what I just showed you. So each time your answer, you just bring the 0 in front of this number here, and that is your answer. That's only when you're multiplying it by 10. All right, now we're looking at the second part, multiplying by 1 and 0. So these ones are actually pretty easy too. They have a quick strategy, and I'm going to teach them to you. So you will need some paper plates and counters. Pretend it's maybe your parents' anniversary, or maybe if you have siblings, maybe it's their birthday and you want to make them something special and you feel like making them some waffles. So this person, he puts each waffle on a different plate. Mark uses 5 plates. So when he says each waffle, that's 1 waffle. How many waffles does Mark make? How can you use a multiplication sentence to show this? Mark has 3 empty. Okay, so the first one is there are 5 plates, each waffle on a different plate. So equals 5 groups of 1, right? Or 5 times 1, which would equal 5. Because you have a total of 1 waffle on every plate, and there are 5 plates, 5 groups of 1. So 5 plates, 1 waffle on each plate equals 5. Okay? So the other equation, Mark has 3 empty plates. How many waffles are on these plates? So if you have 3 empty plates, do you have any waffles? No. How many waffles are on these plates? How can you use a multiplication sentence to show this? So if you have 3 empty plates, which is equals 3 groups of 0. So when you're adding 0 together, does your number ever get higher? No. Or 3 groups of 0 equals 0. There are 0 waffles. So strategy, anything that's groups of 0 will always equal 0. So whenever you're multiplying by 0 or 0 by another number, it's always 0. Because if you have no groups, or if you have none in a group, there's nothing to count. So it is 0. Tips. 1 times any number equals the other number. 1 times any number equals the other number. Same with a number times 1. So if it's 1 times 5, the answer is 5. If it's 5 times 1, the answer is still 5. Any multiplication sentence that has 1 in it in the factors will equal the other number. Okay? And the other tip, 0 times any number always equals 0, because whenever you try to make groups with 0, you still always have none. Marie made pancakes for her friends. What a nice girl. She put 1 pancake on each plate. Marie used 6 plates. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many pancakes did she make? 6 groups. So each plate is 1 group. And there's 1 pancake on each. So 6 groups of 1 is 6 times 1. 6 times 1 equals 6. So 6 plates times 1 pancake per plate equals 6 pancakes in all. So when 1 is a factor, the product is always the other factor. So that 1 times 6 equals 6. Great. Marie had 5 empty plates. How many pancakes are on these plates? Think. 5 groups of 0 is 5 times 0. 5 plates times 0 pancakes equals 0 pancakes in all. Also, 0 times 5 equals 0. So when 0 is a factor, the product is always 0. All right, so now for your assignment. So it may look like there's a lot of questions, but most of them are really quick. So here is a number line, and the first one's actually an example. So you do not have to write anything here. It's not worth points. So here we have a number line, and you can see the arrow goes to 10 and then to 20. So write the picture as a multiplication sentence. So I actually did this one. There are two groups. So each one of these is a group of 10, 10, 20. So two groups of 10 equals 20. So that's what your answer should be for the next question. It's not this answer specifically, but it should look like two groups of 10 equals 20. Good. All right, this one. Oh, this has to be a short answer. Good, I'm going through this. And this one is actually worth points as well. So how many groups are there? One group, two group, and how many is in each group? 10 plus 10 plus 1. So you're going to write a multiplication sentence here. Okay. I think this one's actually wrong. All right, write the picture above as a multiplication sentence. So this is where you write your multiplication sentence. This one, write a multiplication sentence for this equation. Don't forget your products equals. So 10 plus 10. So you need to write a multiplication sentence for 10 plus 10. Oh my goodness. Sorry about that, guys. So how many groups of 10 do you have? Two groups of 10 equals, So you need to write the whole multiplication sentence. Now you're writing a multiplication sentence for this equation. 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10. How many groups of 10s are there? Equals, 5 times 10. So remember our strategies for multiplying by 10. You add a 0 at the end, right? 10 times 1. Remember our strategies for multiplying by 1 or your strategies for 10. 6 times 10. 7 times 10. Bonus question. 10 times 10. All right, so this is a different question. There will be 10 people at a birthday party. Look at the price list above. Well, it's actually not above, it's below. I originally had it below. That's why I said above, but I moved it. So I'm reading this through. How much will each set of items cost? So I did an example actually. So how much money is 10 party hats? So here I found party hats and I found out they're 6 cents each. So party hats cost 6 cents. So 10 times 6 equals 60. So the answer is 10 times 6 equals 60 cents. So you can use multiplication for buying more than one item. Pretty cool. So here, how much money is 10 balloons? So when I look at balloons, balloons are 2 cents. We want to buy 10, so 10 groups of 2 equal, How much money is 10 plates? So plates are 5 cents each. So 10 times, equals, How much money is 10 napkins? So napkins are worth 1 cent, right? Get that one. Will 35 cents be enough to buy 10 cups? Hint, use a multiplication sentence. So cups. Cups are worth 4 cents each, and I want to buy 10. So 10 times 4. You have to find the answer. And is 35 cents enough? 0 times 6. Remember your strategy for multiplying by 0? If you don't remember, feel free to rewind the video. 1 times 5 equals, 0 times 7 equals something. 1 times 3 equals. Find the missing number. 6 times what number? So this is what you're looking for. What number times 6 equals 6? Think of the 3 choices we looked at today. Times 1, times 0, or times 10. Which one do you think would make the most sense here? And then find the missing number. What number times 3 equals 0? So think of our 3 options, the times 0, times 1, or times 10. Which one makes the most sense? All right, good luck. And if you need any help, please contact me on Hangouts. Good luck.